Hey guys!
Alright folks, we're here today to check out the video that finished in first place in the Patreon poll of the week, none other than Turmion Kätilöt with Sormenjälki. Not to be confused with Sormenjälki.
Sormenjälki.
It's maybe a spin-off of that drink.
Maybe.
We'll find out now when we press play and we check this out. Now, before we do that, do you think this video is going to be a little bit more on the lol side, or it's going to be as dark as that first single from their upcoming new album?
I think it's going to be dark. I'm not expecting...
Wow, you think they're gonna go this whole album in a completely different direction? Is that where you're...
Maybe there'll be a little bit of lulls, but I think the darkness will take over.
Alright, let's see. Let's find out. I think it's gonna be lulls.
Okay.
Because, two back-to-back serious videos, I don't know. Seems very non-Turmion Kätilöt.
That's true. I mean, the first one also kind of seemed very un-Turmion Kätilöt.
Yeah, that's true too. That's what I'm saying. Two back-to-back, maybe it's a little bit too much. But anyways, let's find out. Let's press play and check it out. Is the King of the Hill? Finnish version? Yeah, totally. King of the Hill.
It is.
Oh, I'd love to own one of those.
Same.
Astun esiin, Olet siinä, Neljä, silmää, Yksi, tuijotus, Reikä, seinään, Katseesta, Koska, sormenjäljet jäivät pyyhkimättä, Savukkeen jos saisin, sen heti sytyttäisin. Kädet ylös, tähtäimessä, Astun esiin, Sinun, vuoksesi, tässä ollaan. Kaikki näkyviin, ennen peittäneet sormenjälkiään. Yleisö nousee, tuoleri käskee, omaiset valvovat, valvovat. Edessä oikeuden silmään, koska kaikki ne jäljet jäivät näkyviin. Tuomion luvun tuotua julkiin. Minä aloin paremmin jälkeni peittelemään.
He's gonna like it.
Astu esiin, kädet ylös, tähtäimessä. Sinun, vuoksesi, tässä, ollaan. Sinne meille tuuli pääsee. Menemme mökkiin.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Kädet ylös, tähtäimessä. Astu esiin.
Everybody wants his lollipop. Okay, can I start?
So you were right about the lulls.
I was right about the lulls, but can I start before I talk about the song? To me, I first of all, I fucking love this video. I love the lulls. I love the creativity. But I feel like the casting, and don't take me wrong, if you're part of this casting, if you're one of the folks involved in this video,
the many blue necks that we've seen in this video.
yeah, don't take this personally at all. I don't mean no disrespect to anybody involved, but I think the casting here could have been better. And I'll tell you a couple examples. First of all, if you're going to have rednecks in a video...
Bluenecks.
Okay, whatever. Why not have the guys from Steven Seagal's? How the addition of the lulls of having those guys in the fucking video... But then
you'd also need them in the song, too. I think
put them in the song, throw them a bone, whatever. I don't fucking care. If you're gonna go down that line, unless they contacted them and they're like, nah, we're good.
We're good.
You do you, we do we. We're good. Unless that's what
We're not
happened.
trying to suck on any lollipops here.
Exactly. Unless that's what
By the
happened.
way, it was funny as fuck because the scene they had the lollipop and he had pants on, and then when they came running around, his pants were off and he's just holding a lollipop.
So, I think that's the first casting mistake.
Okay.
All right, first casting mistake. Second casting mistake. The dude, the guy selling the oil snake. Well, he wasn't selling oil, but you know what I mean. Like
He was magic trick.
Yeah, whatever. That guy should have been Asim. Asim has like the fucking mustache.
That's true.
He's got the
he
hair.
does look like a magician.
It looks like a magician. It looks like the kind of guy that would drive around in a Volkswagen Beetle wanting people to suck his lollipop. Fuck it. I just think that
Volkswagen minibus.
Yeah, I would love to have one of those. I would love to have one of those. Fuck, that's
car.
one of my dream cars. All right. Anyway, so I think that should have been a role for Asim. Once again, the guy is not very busy these days. I'm sure he would have been down for it. Whatever. So I think that's second
Getting his
casting.
lollipop sucked.
Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? So that was the second casting mistake. Third casting mistake is the female, the pretty blonde on the thing. If you're gonna, she would have been fine. But if you're gonna have the shot where he brings on the binoculars and he starts zooming in into her boobs have to be fucking huge. You cannot be average. You cannot be average because that takes away the whole fucking joke. Yeah,
because it was already funny as fuck because she was right in front of him too. He didn't need
yes, but if you're gonna do that and you're gonna fucking zoom on it, when you zoom on it, they should be so big that they don't even fucking make it to the camera.
Glass.
Like, come on. Like, do I have to come up with everything? Like, seriously, hire me like for whatever fee that you guys can afford. Like, you know, you guys can.
And he's very cheap.
I am. You can suck my lollipop for all that I care. You know, whatever. Fuck. These three changes in the casting would have made this video from like already like a 9.5 to a fucking 12.
Yeah.
Seriously. Did I say anything that you don't agree with?
I agree with everything. Yeah.
All right.
Because Asim has the look of like a mad magician.
Yeah, like
he
evil
has
shit.
The mustache.
Like he's gonna pull some evil shit. You know what I mean? Like fuck. And then like the boobs totally make sense too.
The boobs one made sense. You know, I actually thought that was gonna happen.
I thought like when you do that zoom, the boobs have to be fucking massive. And I'm not saying you have to find a girl with massive boobs. Give her fake boobs, like whatever.
The arts department. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Just fucking, you know, toilet paper, whatever. Just make it look big. It's for the lols.
Yeah.
I'm not being sexist here. I'm not objectifying the woman
but
in
it
the
adds
video.
to the lols.
It adds to the lols, and you're already going down that direction. You might as well fucking... There's no such thing as kind of pregnant when it comes to the lols. And then, seriously, the whole King of the Hill thing was fucking cool.
That was hilarious.
That was fucking cool.
All the blue necks.
Yeah, but if you have Steven Seagal's doing this shit, it just elevates it to a whole new level. Now, the other thing I'll say is, as far as the video goes, I love the whole Benny Hill.
It's not a black and white movie, but it's pretty close.
No, but it's more Benny Hill. Benny Hill wasn't black and white. But you don't know who Benny Hill is. But,
no, but I know what the song and everything is.
Yeah, but Benny Hill was like a British comedian, and they had these. It was all like sketches. It was like the white version of the Chappelle Show.
Oh,
before there was a Chappelle Show, like. The British white version of the Chappelle Show.
So not as good as the Chappelle Show.
Oh, it was fucking good for the time. Are you kidding me? It was
but
hilarious.
If you compare it to the Chappelle
I used to watch that. I used to watch that weekly. It was every week on TV, and when I was back home in Portugal growing up. And they had these sketches where sometimes the image would like go fast forward, like, and they would have the song.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking
everything
about.
would move like.
But what
really
I'm trying
fast.
to say is, it's basically like, but that's what that show was. It's basically like a
That show was an updated version of like
black and white movies.
Yeah, like Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton kind of movies.
It's all fast forwarded. But
it adds to the lulls.
But it adds to the lulls. But in this one, it's more like a black and white movie because there's no actual.
Nobody's actually saying anything.
Yeah, and you have to tell what they're trying to say through their motions
and through their actions.
But it's just not black and white.
Exactly. It's a little bit of both. I mean, Benny Hill, if you think about it, you're right. It is a little bit of the sequence of what Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton was doing.
It's the human evolution of
comedy from that point of view.
Of black and white movies.
Comedy.
It's like when you go from
not movies in general, but comedy specifically.
Of shows in general.
Yeah, comedy, like sketch comedy.
It's like when you go from like the Neanderthal to whatever the fuck came after the Neanderthal. You went from black and white movies to the Benny Hill thing. It's like the perfect...
Yeah, and then from the Benny Hill, you get like the Chappelle shows and that kind of stuff. Everything takes from somebody.
Yeah.
It's just that the people watching the Chappelle show, for example, most of those people never watched Benny Hill.
I probably wouldn't like Benny Hill.
Oh, it was fucking hilarious. But very sexist. Like, considering now the times that we're living in now. Like, back then, it was fucking lols, right? But now, if you... It's like, oh, fuck, objectifying women, that kind of
But
bullshit.
what about the Chappelle show?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, for me, everything has to be looked at from a specific lens. If you're doing something comedy-related, then it's different than if you're doing something... If you're doing a documentary about something serious and you're objectifying women during that documentary, then that's pretty bad. But if it's comedy, I think you have to take everything with a specific lens of what it is being portrayed and putting in front of you. Like if there's a racist joke in a comedy movie that lies in with the overall context of what the movie, then it's not really racist. I mean, it is racist.
It is racist, but it's also...
But it's funny, but you have to take it in that context.
You have to... It's not malicious. It's not malicious.
Yeah, it's not malicious. Clerks 2. Clerks 2 is a perfect example of that. Clerks 2 is a perfect example of that.
That one scene... We're not going to name it, but that one scene...
Listen, I'm not taking it back. But what I'm saying to you is that you have to look at the context, right?
Yeah,
you have to look at the context. So anyways, now walking away from the movie, talking about the song, what do you think about this Turmion Kätilöt song? Do you even remember the song? I mean, after watching it...
I do, dude. Like, I do. It was a perfect... It wasn't a perfect song to be in the background of this, but I actually enjoyed the song. It had a good feeling of it. It had that dance feeling, like Turmion Kätilöt songs.
More than the last single.
More than the last one. This one's actually more of their song. Like if you were to come into this album and see this single, you'd be like, okay, yeah, this is them, right?
This
then
is them.
you go to
the
next one.
This is more to their DNA.
Yeah, I feel like the last one would kind of not scare off, but kind of put off a lot of original fans.
It's just very different.
It's different from like the stuff they've been putting out.
Yeah.
But this one is more lulz, so it's more them.
Yeah, and the sound has more of that like industrial feel, that party dance.
It's dance industrial.
Yeah. This is more of their DNA. I enjoy this track quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't like the other one. It's just the other one was just a little bit outside the box for me.
I enjoyed it in a different way.
Me too.
This one I enjoyed more in the party way. I love the chorus. The chorus had that drive to it. The entire song had a good drive to it.
It's a very dynamic track.
Yeah.
It's a very dynamic track. I really enjoy this song as well. And the vocals work really well. It's that style of vocals that they have that makes the song feel bouncy. Because not just the sound that makes the song feel bouncy. The way they take their vocal approach also makes the song feel bouncy. And this song kind of has all of those elements into it. But I almost feel like I have to listen to the track outside of the video because I was so focused on the video that the song almost became a little bit of just the soundtrack of what I was watching. And in order for me to really enjoy the song, I have to do it without, so that I don't have the distraction of the video. I have just the song being played, and I can really concentrate on it. Now you have two tracks for this upcoming album that are very different, sound very different, have very different, unique characteristics to it. But when you think about how dark the previous one is, it's not completely outside of Turmion. I mean, they have some dark songs. It's just that they always put in a comedy twist into that darkness, but that one had no comedy twist.
You'd think for a first single of
it catches people's attention because this is like, what the fuck are they doing?
But you'd also think for a first single you'd want to do something that kind of ease your fans back.
If you had asked me before the two singles were released and you present them to me,
I would think this is the first.
I would have gone with this one as the first single as well. I don't know, it just kind of eases you into, oh, Turmion Kätilöt is back.
And I think it's more of a shock if you put this as the first and then the other one as the second single.
I don't know,
because you would think the next one would be a continuation of this feeling, and then you get completely like.
I don't know. That one caught me off guard completely.
It'll caught you off guard, but I'm saying, like, catching you off guard right at the start is different from easing you in and then hitting you, right?
Yeah, but if that song, you now you have to look at the context of the album. If that song is going to stand alone in terms of how it sounds and how it feels in the overall context of the record, you kind of want to give that song to people first to give enough time for people to really digest it. So when the album comes out and you're listening to the album, you're not like, oh, this song kind of like kind of icky in the overall design of the record. This way you have a lot more time to like process it, listen to it until the actual album comes out. Unless the record offers other songs like that. If that's the case, that works too, because then you listen to that one early on, so you've had time to adjust to it. So if another one comes down, like let's say the third single is like the first single, then you're like, oh yeah, I can see that. You know that there's going to be a little bit of a yin and a yang as far as the record is concerned. Some darker stuff, some more like party stuff, fun stuff. I don't think you can go wrong either way. But having said that, once again, if you asked me, I would have said this would have been the first single. I don't know, because that one kind of like jolted you, like it was fucking dark in the video too. So I don't know, but fuck it, this one could have been better. The video, not the song, just the video with
your expertise.
Yeah. What can I say? All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. Let us know your thoughts on this latest from Turmion Kätilöt. Thank you to everybody that voted on Patreon, and we'll see you guys in the comment section and at the next video.
See ya.